Hey y'all, peace. Welcome back to another episode of The Slow and Fold with your fave two young, hot, and spicy couple. I'm Heaven,
I am PZ.
and we miss y'all. It's been a little minute.
We just filmed the last video.
No, The Slow and Fold.
Oh, it's been a minute for the slow info. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do agree with that. It has been a minute for this.
Yeah.
The slow info is like another way that you guys can get to know who we are with our clothes on. Because a lot of y'all know who we are with our clothes off. And y'all probably never heard us speak. A lot of people for sure really haven't heard me speak. I'll say that because I be quiet. I'm very, very silent on social media. So this is our way of sharing with you guys who we are.
And then also give you guys other perspectives and just things to think about. We get a lot of questions from people from all over about intimacy and relationships and how we build what we've built and what advice we can give for them to improve what they have. So the Slow and Fold also gives you guys the opportunity to hear our input, our opinions, but also our experiences, and then also give you maybe just an extra perspective, something that you might not have thought of before, or maybe a thought. What the fuck was I about to say? Or maybe confirming a thought that you've had, but probably never had the space to discuss it, or never felt like it was socially acceptable because no one around you is thinking that thought. But welcome home.
Welcome home. Oh, also to add to what she was just saying, we also give you the space to ask questions. So we have an email.
No, there's an herb in there. Sorry.
Yeah, so this, like I said, this gives you the space to ask your questions as well. So if you don't want to comment your question, if you want to email us, we definitely have an email that you can send us a message on, and it is love@dnpz.com. Love@dnpz.
Is that the email?
I don't know. I do not know. Let me check right quick. Yeah, I gotta make sure. Oh yeah, it's love@dnpz.com.
Okay, it sounded right to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right here. Get that.
Yeah.
And please don't be emailing us on no like weird, freaky, creepy shit. Like, no, you cannot book us to have sex with you. We do not solicit those services. This email is for like serious conversation and questions and topics. Don't be weird. Don't fuck up the vibes.
Yeah, please don't fuck up the vibes.
Please, don't. Because there's always going to be one that's going to fuck it up for everybody.
We only got one email so far. This was a while ago. This was actually last year. Should I read it now?
You want to start the show with the questions and emails, or should we do that at the end? We should probably. I feel like normally people do that at the end.
Okay, yeah, we can do that at the end.
Okay, we're gonna get back to that.
Well, we don't have to read that one because that one from last year.
You can still read it.
Okay, fuck it. Yeah.
And if they're watching, we're sorry. We're just now checking.
Yeah, I apologize. But yeah, we want this to be like interactive, a space where you can come, you can confide in us, we can confide in you, you get to know us, we get to know you, get to know the vibe,
Get to know us.
Yeah.
I mean, you know some of us, but like, get to know us. We're human too. We're not just hoes.
Or she's not just a hole.
I'm not just a hoe.
Yeah. Yeah, we're real people. We like to keep it cute. We like to keep it classy, you know what I mean?
Why your eyes closed?
Because my eyes hurt. I got a little headache, y'all. Yeah, these past few days, before we dive into it, I don't know where this came from, but I get this thing called a cluster headache. And basically, what happens is every day around the same time, I get a headache. Now, I didn't get it yesterday, but I got it the day before, and then I didn't get it the day before that. So, like, I kind of been getting them every other day, and it kind of follows like your circadian clock or whatever the fuck. I have no idea. It's one of the least studied headaches because how can you study it? You know, if only a small percentage of the world gets them, and so I get them. It hurts. Oh well, but it's not bad right now. I just feel like the essence. I think they call it like the shadow of the headache.
The shadow of the headache.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's lurking on you.
Yeah, so it's lurking like, it's like, ooh, I'm coming. That's how I feel.
And I've been trying my best to nurse him because he won't go get it checked out.
Yeah, I don't think I want to go to the hospital here in Guatemala, to be completely honest. You know, actually, it is something against their system. It's just the stuff that I've heard about the healthcare.
You need to try it.
Yeah, I don't want to try it either. I don't want to try it. So.
Oh my gosh. But, you know, as his partner, I'm doing my best to give him what he needs. And that's actually what we're going to be talking about today. We are starting a little mini 3-part series called Relationship on Our Terms. And wait, is that the name? Hell yeah, I got it right. We have 3 episodes where we'll just kind of like give a little insight into our relationship, how we built what we built, and what this love looks like, obviously on our terms. And today we're really going to talk about that foundational building, what it takes to, you know, show up and be the person that each other needs, give each other what we want and what we need without outside influences.
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking at me like that?
I'm listening. I like the way
Look at me like that, dude.
I like the way you said that. Go ahead. Get me excited.
Yeah, so I feel like now I'm nervous because you're looking at me.
Okay, I'm gonna stop looking.
Y'all got a crush on him.
She get nervous when I look at her.
Yeah.
You're so sexy though.
Thank you. You're so sexy.
Yeah,
You wanna kiss me or something?
I do.
Yes. So building this relationship,
Mm-hmm.
it's a very interesting adventure. I'll call it an adventure. This is both of ours first like real relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And we were actually talking about this the other day, how, you know, our experience is extra special because we don't carry as much baggage from our past the same way that, you know, people who have prior dating experience has.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is our first relationship, we came in with a complete empty mind, just open to learning and receiving. And even 6 years later, we're just figuring this shit out on the way. Building the foundation of this relationship. And what I mean by that is like, you know, when you're going into a partnership with the person, your foundation is going to be those principles that pretty much shape your relationship, what keeps you guys rooted. These are your expectations, your wants, your needs, how you need that person to show up, how that person needs you to show up, and, you know, like any compromises that you guys are willing to make. For us, it took, still to this day, like we're still, you know, configuring that because we don't really know. Like obviously there's the obvious ones, like, I don't know, like, you know, non-abusive, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But the parts that we're learning are the ones that we never really had much experience figuring out, like how to be more emotionally expressive.
That's a big one. That's something that I'm still learning to this day.
You know, and, you know, being expressive in your way is going to be different from being expressive, well, the way that I need you to be expressive, and vice versa. But one thing that I love about building the foundation of our relationship is how autonomous we are. How everything that we have is based on solely what we want and need. We didn't really look to a whole bunch of other people asking for their opinions. We're not following what's trendy online, what's being, portrayed in media. It's always been about what feels good to us.
Yeah, I love that about us too. It is literally our relationship on our terms because everything. I mean, you really explained it very well. I don't want to like go in a circle of what you just said because
So
I was
add something to it.
it has been a blessing because we also live in a very unorthodox way
Yeah.
because we live our life. Shit, we in a whole nother country right now. Like a lot of people in our family and a lot of relationships that we see. A lot of people don't travel. A lot of people, they get to a point where we at and they buy a house, and they start a family and, the whole traditional way. Whereas we decided to put everything in storage and start traveling.
Pack it up and go.
And then on top of that, we do it in a very holistic way. So like, we drink a lot of teas, we make a lot of tonics.
Yeah.
We have like the stuff that you brought yesterday for the make the bath. What is it called again?
Oh, the spiritual bath.
Yeah, so you can take like a spiritual bath. Like we just the way that we've, I would say, like crafted our relationship has been like solely based on what feels good to us. And I really enjoyed that as well.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you mentioned that too, because I often think about the kind of life that I've always lived. I come from a pretty like holistic family where my mom, like she really got me on with trying out like all of these medicinal plant medicine and trusting teas and herbs and stuff like that. And then also growing up, like my diet was always very healthy. So I just knew that one big thing that I required in my relationship was that my partner has to be dedicated to their health. They have to be willing to make lifestyle choices that will, serve them in the long run. Now, obviously, I'm not against, eating a little junk food, some sugar, and having a little alcohol, but I don't need somebody that's eating out every day, drinking every weekend, and putting all of this bullshit in their body, because I need this to last.
Right. And the only way it can last is if our bodies is being fueled properly.
Yes. So that was one of the like main things that was required as far as building our relationship, and it made me so happy knowing that you were very open to like diving into that. Cause I remember, baby, you was eating.
Come on, man, you ain't gotta bring it up.
I ain't gonna do it.
Nah. We got to this so y'all can get to W. Y'all, when we first met, I'm eating Hot Pockets. I think that's the only thing I had in the house at the time. I'm eating McDonald's and shit. I ain't got no water in the crib. It was bad, y'all.
Yeah.
It was bad.
And again, I don't mind having that every now and then. Like I'll snack on a Hot Pocket, but that's not part of my like grocery essentials. It's like once a year I might crave this and I'm gonna buy it and that's it. So.
And I'm not even gonna lie to you, like coming into this relationship, I kind of didn't even know what I wanted in a relationship. So I was open and willing to try anything, and especially like when I seen that you would cook every meal. That was like a big thing to me. And then she had a lot of plants and her house was decorated and she was just so creative and artsy even when we first met, even still to this day. Like it ain't changed, it's just in a different form. But like seeing that helped me realize what I wanted and how I wanted, my relationship to go from there. It kind of just helped me like craft out, I don't know, my brain space. I don't even know the word. It just kind of helped me craft the idea of what I wanted in a relationship, and then it kind of meshed.
So what are those ideas?
Like what I want.
Yeah, what did that end up becoming?
Essentially, I just wanted a partner who was really creative, who could take care of themselves, and then who was willing to be led in that kind of way. I don't think it was much more than that. I mean, I don't think now it's like you gotta know how to cook. You gotta be creative and all these other things. You gotta read. You gotta take care of your body. You gotta drink tea. You gotta steam with tea. Like it just raised my standard. We gotta breathe together. We gotta read together. We gotta be willing to grow together. Pretty much is what that turned into.
I love that. And because I know you keep emphasizing the food and the cooking. Disclaimer, y'all, because I know people gonna be like, why are you cooking over here? I'm such a man. Y'all, I love cooking. I was cooking before I even met him. Like, I would make big ass meals, and I would just text my friends and be like, hey, y'all come get a plate.
Yeah, she would throw down.
I already throwing down. I'd be cooking just because before we had left the country, we used to host like little like gatherings, have all of our friends come to the house, and I would just like cook a big ass, feast, and everybody just show up and eat.
And then we met Simone.
And then we met Simone. And then now me and her, like, we had this thing where it's like, okay, you know what, like, you're busy this week. Here, I cooked. I got dinner for you. You good? Like, I got you. And then she'd be like, hey, I just tried this recipe. Come over. And it was like every other day we going back and forth and we're exchanging meals. So food is one of my favorite ways to connect to a person. I love healing people through their stomachs and through their hearts. And I love my man. So yes, I'm going to cook for him. And it goes back to what I was saying about that longevity. I want him to live a very long and healthy life. So I'm going to do my part in contributing to that by making sure that I'm feeding him, things that are going to benefit him. I'm going to give him teas and clean eating, clean food.
And even now, like on a whole new level, it also inspired me to be proactive on what I consume. And so now that turned into me. Now I'm eating beetroot. Like, who the fuck? I never would have thought that I'd be wanting beets, and not even just eating them, but wanting beets. I never thought I'd be wanting avocado and wanting like these are foods and these are things that I never would have thought that actually like is a foundation for me as far as like my diet goes and the things that I consume to make sure that I'm taking care of myself and my body. Having her come into my life and showing me what life can be like helped us build this amazing foundation. Like obviously, like the further we get into our relationship, the more the foundation kind of changes a little bit, I want to say, or the more that we add to it.
Yeah, I would say we add to it, because the foundation are like the core things that we require. We require each other to be devoted to our wellness. Yeah. That's a core belief. But like what that looks like is gonna change over time.
Yeah. And so like we're constantly adding, like you said, adding to our foundation, and just adding these different things, even to myself overall, just made me a better person. And we're continuing to add to it, especially because it's gonna look different in every country. Our diet might look a little different in every country because they might not have beets here. They might have cocoa here. They might not have cocoa here. And like
I miss the cocoa.
The cocoa is like that would be like a foundational thing that will always be in the house. So like
that's like a very
like a staple in the house.
We gotta have coconut water.
Yeah, we gotta have coconut water.
No, I agree. That coconut water had me sick.
I take what I needed for my foundation. You take what you needed for your foundation. How did we put that together? How do we come together and like create? Is that what you should be asking?
I don't know what you're asking.
I'm trying to see like, okay, so like I'm trying to take what you needed and what I needed. How do we make that a thing? Like, how do we make that our foundation?
Well, we made it our foundation by first communicating it.
Right.
And then, you know, because it was a mutual agreement, this is something that we both live by. That's really, it's not no more complicated than that. I feel like when it comes to relationship building, you and the other person, you guys have your needs. And your needs are merely just ultimatums that are either honored or politely declined. And that was just it, you know. And even in the moment when it came to like talking about, you know, our health, being devoted to our wellness, ironically, that actually wasn't even something that was explicitly stated. It was just,
it's just kind of moved upon.
Yeah, like we kind of just lived by it.
Yeah.
Like you started coming over and then see how I lived, and then you adjusted. And then when you had your awakening and you was on top of your shit and you were like dedicated in the gym, dedicated to, you know, changing your vocabulary, your language, and the way you spoke to yourself. You had your spiritual awakening before me, and then that also like further pushed you into being more, you know, devoted to your health and wellness. And then you ultimately influenced me in the best way possible. And yeah, it was just one of those unspoken things that we had. But the spiritual piece was another one. You briefly mentioned it earlier, but now looking back on it, like that is a great foundation. And I especially love that our spirituality is very personalized. It's tailored to us. You know, I completely understand and respect, you know, other people's practices and religions and so forth and so on. But I love the fact that we walk in our own, you know, purpose and our own truths without feeling pressure or shame brought on by, you know, the majority.
Right.
Having our own spiritual practice and also being open to exploring these things. That is a major key and foundation. I remember you used to say, I forgot how you used to word it, but you were like, you know, like people need something to believe in order to have like structure in their lives. And granted, like it's okay if you believe in nothing, that's still a belief. Right. But, you know, for us to have a common ground in how we're going to show up for each other, it was imperative that we had similar belief systems. It probably wasn't going to work if one of us followed like a more stricter religious practice and then the other one was freely spirit, especially doing what we do. And that was a really big need for me, especially because I don't come from, you know, a family that was like heavily religious. My parents were very, what is the word? Honest. You know, they believe that, you know, there's something out there, but it's your job to have your own relationship with it. I cannot force you. And I love that coming into this relationship, you know, match that energy. You were very open about having every type of discussion. And even when you told me that you read all the different like religious texts and you just knew so much, but still chose to just like walk a path that aligns with you more fully.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, I think that is a really important one. And you honestly, you said it right. Like people need something to believe in. That's literally what I used to say. I am also happy that you were open and willing to follow something different, especially being a science-backed girly.
Yeah.
Because y'all...
I was very much a science person.
It's very much scientific. Not that science is wrong, it's science and spirituality meet at a point. and they work together. They aren't separate.
Yeah, my belief used to be that
If it can't be proven.
it was that God created science and God created man. Man discovered science to explain whatever needs to be understood. And for all of the phenomena that we could not find the answers to, God had the answers, and it was not our fucking business to know. If it was something that we could not prove or could not explain using any type of like tangible scientific methods, things that could not be seen or replicated, it's because we was in God folk business and we need to stay in a human's place. But, you know, my mind has expanded a lot more than that.
Yeah, so I was really, really happy and grateful that she was, you know, willing to hear me out, learn. Because I think you're right. If we would have been walking two completely different paths spiritually, it probably wouldn't have worked out.
Yeah, we wouldn't even be speaking the same languages.
Yeah, and we had I think that's the time we probably argued the most. If any time we ever argued in life was about like, I'm telling her. I remember telling her one time, like, all we need to do is become better people and we'll make more money.
And I'm like, shut the fuck up. We need to go to work. Like, clock in overtime. What are you saying right now, bro?
But now she completely understands what that means. I mean, hopefully you can understand what that means. We're not really going to go too deep into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just like these things really help solidify that foundation and really like create this strong bond that we have together.
Yeah. And it also laid grounds for our relationships language, the way that we act, the way that we show up, you know, versus, you know, most, I want to say popular, but like the more traditional religions where, never mind, I don't even want to have that conversation.
Yeah, we don't have to do that.
Never mind. But just know, like, because even based on us doing what we do, we get a lot of people asking us, like, you know, like, do you even have a faith? And people think that we don't have morals and that we don't follow, you know, a spiritual path. And that's not true at all. Our path just isn't
traditional.
It's just not the traditional one.
Yeah.
And people think that, you know, the Most High is not in our relationship. Oh, baby, we know the Most High.
Yeah.
We know God.
Absolutely.
Just not
in a way that and not in a way that people want us to know God.
Yeah, or at least not in the way that you know it.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for that because the way that we are able to view, you know, Source also shapes how we are able to view each other. You know, I don't subscribe to the idea that a person should be God-fearing. I don't want to fear something that is inevitably going to love me and support me and constantly take care of me. I'm God embodying.
Yeah.
I'm going to embody that love. And I don't want you to be a God-fearing man. I want you to be an embodiment of that love because that sets, you know, the standard for how you're going to treat yourself, but it also sets the standard for how you're going to treat me because you know the love that moves the universe. You know the, you know, power of constantly blessing and serving, and you know how to do that for yourself, do it for me, but also the world around you.
Yeah.
I feel like our spiritual practices, our foundational faith gives us a great guideline for how we step into this relationship. It also allows us to show other parts of ourselves that the other doesn't really get to see outside of the, you know, the blinding love. And I don't want to say it's blinding, but it's like, you know, obviously the way that you treat me is not the same that you treat everybody else in the world. But because I know your faith and I know your, what is the fucking word? Because I know your faith, whenever I do see you interacting with the world, it is quite similar to you know, the great creator. I see that whenever you meet people, you are constantly giving a blessing, whether it's, you know, a strong word that can just get them through the day, or, you know, a good compliment, or taking photos for a newly wedded couple that you just stumbled across.
Yeah.
You know, those are blessings, and those are gifts, and that's love. First and foremost is love. And y'all, if y'all don't know me, I'm a lover girl through and through.
Yeah.
And I love the way that this man loves me. And I love the way that he loves on himself. And I love watching him go out into the world and love on other people. It makes me so happy seeing that people are able to, like, understand just a fraction of the love that I get to experience.
That's really cool. I love the way you put that. I really love the way you put that. And then the last thing that I want to hit on, because we kind of talked about the mind, our gradual, like, just shift to each other, and we talked about the spirit. The last thing is just the body. And I think we kind of do that with ease, which is like the fitness stuff. We're both really physically fit. We both do things actively together. And the diet takes care of the fitness. I mean, it doesn't take care of the fitness. The diet and spirituality helps us be able to move our bodies in a way together. So like now we decided that we want to do something, and now we can put our minds to it and actively get it done. And then as well as like going to the gym, and along with like your pole journey, and then now it's me learning boxing, handstands, whatever it is, yoga, all these different things. I think like the culmination of those three things help create the foundation.
So what about the body is foundational?
I think just being physically fit for us, it kind of goes unsaid. Just being in a space where we're actually able to move our bodies around in a way that we want to, and then we can come together and do things like acro yoga together. I don't know. I think that's just foundational. The way that we just melt together when we cuddle, like it's like a perfect fit. And we fuck good too.
You know what? And that's true. That's true. It does come from, you know, us moving our body, of course, because we built that like mind body connection. We have that spatial awareness. And when we come together, not only are we like, you know, very connected with our own body, but we know how to move in a way that comforts the other.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. And we know how to like read body language. We know how to like, I know when something isn't comfortable versus when something is.
Yeah,
so it kind of just helps us like navigate that space.
Yeah, and it definitely is like, you know, uncommon practices. Like, yes, we go to the gym, but like there's not a whole lot of couples out here doing fucking acro yoga together.
Right. Or doing like these crazy challenges that we be. I mean, I think those are acro yoga too, right?
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, doing the little challenges that we see across social media.
Yeah, or like what's that other shit? We were doing acro yoga, doing aerial together, but also like tantric practices, breathing together, and, you know, playing around with the senses and getting to know each other beyond the, you know, most relied on senses. That's great in our foundation because it builds a deep familiarity. You know, I know that you know what my body needs.
Yeah.
I'm very confident, and I trust that you know how to take care of me because you understand my body enough. I've moved my body around so much, and I've gotten so in tune with it that I was able to just come to you and give you all of the notes and give you the answers. This is what I need. This is what I require. And, you know, you've done the same thing, and all we had to do is pick up the book and read it. Yeah, that was amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that our relationship, while yes, the principles are common, it's just the way that we go about it, the way that we go about practicing it is, you know, different from most
And very special to us.
and very special to us. And it doesn't, you know, require a whole lot of approval. Even when it comes to like glamour and beauty, you know, there's always those sayings where it's like, you know, like the woman has to stay dolled up and look good for her man. Even when you're talking about like going to the gym and working out, a lot of times it's like, you know, men pressuring their women, or people pressuring their partner to, you know, stay fine just because I want you to be fine. I don't want you to let yourself go type shit. I love that you are very accepting and you don't make any demands out of me. I get beautiful because it makes me feel good. And then I also know that you're gonna like it. But the fact that you accept me and honor me for who I am and want nothing more or less than for me to be happy and fulfilled means a world of difference. Because when I do things like put on lingerie or go to the gym to, you know, put a little extra shelf on my booty, I know that it's no pressure on it. So the journey, the process is more fun and enjoyable because you're going to appreciate me regardless. But this is just a little enhancement because I felt like it. And I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really fun.
It builds a lot of confidence.
Yeah, I enjoy it so much. I think that's amazing. I think that's the beautiful part about our relationship. There's no pressure.
No.
Everything is like, I mean, we do put a little pressure on each other now, especially with, you know, the Operation Get Sexy.
Operation Get Sexy.
But
It's fun.
yeah, but it's a fun kind of pressure. There's no like crazy, like you need to do this and you need to do that. It's like, okay, this is what we're doing. This is what we want. So this is what we're going to do. Type, and I really love that.
What are some projections or assumptions that people have on our relationship that we don't actually live by or follow?
There are two things.
Okay, so there is something.
There are two things that people project onto us. One is religion,
Yeah.
and then the other one is that we have an insane amount of sex.
Y'all.
Those are the two big things that I see the most of, if anything.
And it definitely is because we do what we do. Okay, for one, like we already explained earlier in this conversation, if it's not obvious, we're spiritual, we're not Christian, we're not religious, we're spiritual. People be thinking that just because we are in the adult industry that we are just like faithless heathens, evil, disgusting creatures, and this is really not that.
Yeah.
And then the other thing, we do not have sex nearly as much as y'all assume that we do. At all.
Yeah.
We be chilling.
We literally just be chilling.
We
We've been
just-
here watching anime with our bag of chips, with our feet kicked up.
Hey, cause I got half a bag right now. Like, we
Yeah.
just be chilling. We were about to go to a barbecue in Guatemala, which is gonna be really interesting.
It is.
Yeah, like most of our relationship is actually just like the fun stuff. And then the spicy fun stuff comes later. But like, no.
Yeah. What do you think people project?
Oh, a lot of times, like, especially the other day when that girl was like, you know, are you comfortable with your partner, like, having conversations with women? And I was like,
Who asked you that?
when we were at that hostel,
Oh, okay.
yeah, she like pulled me to the side and she was like, you know, like how are you and your partner with, you know, talking to the opposite sex? And I was like, I don't know, like we vibing, like
Yeah.
it's chill. And she was like, yeah, because, you know, like a few times, like I was just seeing him, like, you know, talking to, like having conversations with girls and like talking to them. And I wanted to interject, which real as fuck, by the way, because we love a girl's girl. But she was like, I didn't want to like overstep, especially if it's not a problem in y'all's relationship. And I'll be forgetting that a lot of people don't like their partner talking to the opposite sex, even if it is just casual. Mm-hmm. And that's not really something that we follow.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, if it's just something completely casual, platonic, cool. It start getting flirty, then like, hey, like I'm gonna need you to put that armor on, a checker. But I trust you enough to not like let things, get to a point where it's disrespecting me and our relationship. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people they don't fuck with that.
Yeah.
Like even when it comes to me talking to other guys, it's like, I don't give a fuck. First of all, I don't even like niggas for real. But, if we out somewhere and I'm just having a conversation with a dude, it's completely like chill. He's not going to come and like, make a big deal out of it. It's not going to be any problems. But again, that...
Yeah, shit just don't fly in the real world. Well, not in the real world, in a world where... Yeah.
Another thing is like the way that we dress. Granted, we be chilling, we're not super materialistic, but like most women would not be okay with they dude walking around gray sweatshirts, free balling, going to Target.
Yeah. I do not like wearing underwear. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I like to let it hang and be free. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I only wear underwear when I'm putting on jeans because it just feels uncomfortable in the pants.
Yeah, I feel like free balling in jeans is
crazy.
Diabolical. That's crazy as fuck.
But if I ain't got on no jeans, I ain't wearing nothing.
Yeah, I don't wear underwear at all. So
yeah,
which most niggas would not fuck with because bitch, why you walking around the house with no panties? And I stay with a little teeny crop top on. Love me a high leg slit. I just love being naked.
Me too.
And not in like a provocative way, but like, I don't know, we was born naked. Why can't we just be naked without it being weird?
Cause niggas.
Yeah, I love that. Like I can wear whatever and you gonna fuck with it. This is a man who knows that he has a bad bitch and accepts the responsibility of having a bad bitch and praises his bad bitch. Be like him.
Yeah.
In fact, he gonna take pictures of me.
Yeah.
He not gonna be like, why you wearing that? You need to change that. What you got that on for? That's what it is. Being in a relationship didn't change us. Wait, no, lying. Backtrack. Being in a relationship doesn't stop us from being who we are. Mm-hmm. We're still able to like do the things and be the things. It's not, obviously, as long as it's not harming or disrespecting the other person. And again, that is based on that person because there's going to be people that's like, no, free balling with no drawers on, you're disrespecting your woman. I don't feel disrespected by it. Remember, this is our wants and needs. I don't feel disrespected by him letting his gooch breathe. I welcome that. And he doesn't feel disrespected by me wearing, boot shorts. Even though I don't wear boot shorts, but, So we're still able to be comfortable with ourselves without it, throwing the other person off. And I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoy that too. Yeah, because, we still human at the end of the day. We ain't got nothing to do but live. Be free, my brother.
Open your eyes. Oh
Be free, my sister. Oh, my bad.
Talk your shit. Easy for the people.
Yeah. We gotta go live. We gotta go live again.
We do gotta go live.
We ain't been live in a minute.
You know what? We haven't been live since I did those mini twists. Cause that day I was so pissed. I didn't even want to touch it.
We went live the next day. Remember?
Yeah.
We thought we would give them an update.
And I didn't want to go live after that because I was heated after doing them damn twists.
Yeah, we gotta go live.
Easy for the people.
Easy for the people.
Speaking of the people, let's see what the fuck the people actually asked us.
Oh yeah, let's read the email. Okay. It's one long email in our email box. Don't forget, if you have anything that you want to add to the conversation, that you don't want to comment down below, you can always email us at love@dnpg.com. It will be right here. It says, good day. First, let me make sure I can read. First, thank you both for sharing your insight and helping others grow. I'm a new fan and follow y'all on TikTok and OnlyFans. Did either of you have any insecurities that caused issues in your relationship that you had to overcome? I was a really shy boy growing up and always had problems trying to talk to girls I liked. Even as an adult, I'm still shy to a certain point. I lost my virginity at what most guys would say is a late age, and I guess I let my lack of sexual experiences affect my confidence when it comes to sex. I've expressed this somewhat to my girlfriend. She has been cool, but I do want to be the man that stimulates her mentally and physically. Our relationship has mostly been long distance, but we've currently lived somewhat close. No, and hopefully can take things to the next level.
I was thinking saying we somewhat live close now.
Oh, close now. Okay, yeah.
Hell yeah. Everybody has some type of insecurity. Mine. Ooh. Which one?
Just say them.
Okay, so we did discuss this in like a previous episode, but one of my biggest insecurities was
Yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom.
me too. I drank that tea.
Break.
Bathroom break.
Okay, yeah, we back. So the first question was, did you have any insecurities that caused issues in your relationship you had to overcome? And then I think what he did was he asked a question, then he gave what insecurity he was having.
His background.
Yeah.
One of my insecurities we've discussed in the previous episode about me giving up control. I was always very uncomfortable with like completely surrendering and allowing somebody else to have, like control in the situation. I always just felt like if I do it, then it's gonna be done my way and I won't be disappointed. So I didn't allow him to show up fully, as a man in this relationship because I just carried the idea that, if you weren't here, then I'd do it myself. But in a more, to relate to your experience, another insecurity that I had was my body, mostly like my chest. I was always insecure about having small boobs and being really, really skinny. And I know that like people be like, oh, like, being skinny is a beauty standard, but I didn't feel beautiful or like desired for being skinny because, based on my own experiences and upbringings, people always talked about like preferring ass and titties, and you built like a stick, and you built like a little boy. So that made me feel insecure. And when we, met, I was, like I'd keep my shirt on, or like I would just like not bring too much attention to like my chest area because I didn't want to highlight the fact that I ain't had no titties.
I think one insecurity that I'm overcoming as of today is thinking that I'm not doing enough.
Y'all, and he be doing the damn thing.
Yeah, like even after last night.
After last night, I think I'm in love with you.
Yeah, but like last night we did some. Go subscribe if you want to see that. But we did some. We did some Shibari last night, and we did a little sensory play, and I was just thinking to myself like, only if I had this or only if I had that, it would have been so much better. But then we talked after the fact, we did our debrief over our chips and anime. And, I was asking her, I was like, was that enough? And I'm like, because I'm thinking to myself, like, I needed this and I needed that, to make the experience more better. And she was explaining it, and she was like, I couldn't ask for nothing more. And I was like, wow. And then there was another time where I had did something for you. Uh, Damn, I forget exactly what it was, but it was recent. It was here. What was it? Oh, when I took you to El Paradon, um, I was thinking like, damn, this not enough. I took a horseback ride and I took her to the beach. She been wanting to go to the beach for the longest time, so that even that thing itself was just enough. But then also we added the horseback ride, and then we went, ate at different places. But I was thinking to myself like, damn, this not enough. I need to do more. And so like, just that feeling of lack and that feeling of not being enough is one of those things that I don't want to say I'm still overcoming. I feel like I'm giving myself the opportunity, and I'm claiming it now that I have overcame it. And I'm choosing to, move forward and trusting that what I'm doing is enough. And what I'm doing it can be more than enough sometimes. So yeah, that's something that I'm overcoming in our relationship specifically, because I'm doing stuff for her that I gotta not think about. Oh no. Yeah.
What problems do you think that, you know?
I think that causes more of an internal problem to me
Okay.
than it does to you, because I'm constantly thinking like, is that enough? Is that enough? And you know what? That could cause problems between us, because in a way that is me projecting my thoughts onto you about what you're thinking, and you probably aren't even thinking those things. And so that could cause an internal conflict between me and you, which can present itself physically as like a little argument or whatever. And we don't have them, especially because we talk about everything. But I could see how that could cause a conflict.
A conflict.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. Self-awareness.
Yeah.
Yeah. As far as his experience.
I was a shy boy growing up. I always had problems trying to talk to girls. Even as an adult, I'm still shy to a certain point. I lost my virginity at what most guys would say is late age. And I guess my lack of sexual experiences affects my confidence when it comes to sex.
That's what I wanted to talk about. Deconstruct the whole losing your virginity. A virginity isn't really, it's not real, okay? You either have sexual experience or you don't. As far as when you do begin to have sex, there is no late age. It's when you're ready. There is the age that's too fucking early, okay? So not too much on that. But as a grown consenting adult, you started having sex at a time that was aligned to you. So you do not have to keep holding on to the shame of being a late bloomer, quote unquote. With that, because you are, just now getting into this realm, yes, you don't have as much experience, and that's okay. You don't have to be, ashamed of that either. And I think that that's where a lot of people's resentments around sex come from, is like, shame due to lack of skill or lack of experience, or shame that is projected on by their cultures, their upbringings, and etc. In order for you to be able to lean fully into this experience and to have more fun with it, I would recommend that you keep learning as much as you can about sex. Learn more about your body. Learn more about, the woman's body, because you say you have a girlfriend. Learn more about, orgasms and different strokes, and, just learn the technicalities. Don't just watch porn. Learn what's actually happening in the body so that you can go in with knowledge. Because just because somebody's been having sex longer than you does not mean that they know what the fuck they're doing. They just carry more confidence than you because they've been doing it longer. But most men, they do not satisfy their partners. The O gap is big for a reason. multiple reasons. And you can find solace in knowing that even though you're new to this, you can be true to this. Especially while you're starting as an adult who is able to comprehend and understand like real scientific information, as opposed to a dude who started banging when he was a teen and he only learned from porn, and now he thinks he knows every fucking thing about sex just because he watched a shit ton of porn. You know what I mean? But that will help a lot. But also constantly having this conversation with your partner, constantly talking to her about what she likes, about what you like, you know, exploring things together, and, you know, make a journey out of it. The reason why we have the sex that we have right now is because we spend our entire relationship talking about what we need, what we like, what we want to try, and then we just do it. And if we don't like it,
we'll laugh about it and won't do it again.
we'll laugh about it later and then just don't do it again, or do it better.
Yeah. I don't have anything to add to that. You really said what I would say. Honestly.
Well, from a man's perspective, how does that sound to you?
Well, shit, I don't know, because I started having sex, what people would call late too. Like, I think I started having sex at like 18, 19, something like that. After I graduated high school. That's when I first started having sex. And for a lot of people, that's late too. And I mean, I don't know. I kind of just don't let stuff bother me. Like, although a part of my life, I spent my life worried about the opinions of other people, I can say now that, I mean, who gives a fuck? You know, who gives a fuck what people have to think or say about if you're late or not? It doesn't matter. It's not their experience. It's your experience. It's your human experience. And so, as literally the only thing that I could say is just to take time to learn what it takes to be good at it. Like, you're not gonna do something one time and be a pro at it.
Right.
You know, this is why people have games. This is what reps are. This is what doing the thing over and over and over again is. But also just being present in what you're doing too, because as she was saying, the O gap is big for a reason. Because a lot of people, a lot of men specifically, when they have sex, they're doing it just so they can get done. They're doing it just so they can please themselves, and that's something that I had to learn too. Like, when I first started, I was doing the same thing. I was just doing it to please myself, until I started to actually think about my partner and care a little bit more about my partner. And now I can do a little more research about, like, okay, I'm having sex, but I know it's not good sex. How can I make this better? And so then you start to do research, you start to learn, you start to read these different books that talks about female pleasure. You start to read books that talk about more books about even male pleasure, like how can you get a better experience out of this while pleasing your partner at the same time. And so yeah, it's just the learning curve. It's all that it is. It's an experience and learning curve, because the more experience you have, the more, that's not true. I was gonna say the more experience you have, the more you would know, but there are people who have a lot of experience who don't know shit. So it's just about your want to know more.
Yeah,
it's about being intentional about going into this learning, and wanting to be better, because I think it starts with the want. If you want something bad enough, then you'll do it. So if you want to have a better sexual experience, you would do things in solace of having a better sexual experience. Yeah.
Yeah. He said that he wants to be the man that stimulates her mentally and physically.
Yeah, so it sounds like you want to do it.
Yeah.
You know,
you're very intentional about it.
I would say I think that sometimes we as people, we live with the idea that people are thinking about us more than they actually are. And it's something that I would do as well. Oh, this is also referring back to the first question, was like, what's something you have to overcome? Is like me thinking about people that no longer actually exist in my life today. I'm not sure if they still exist in your life, those people. But taking them people out of the equation totally, and just solely focusing on the thing that you want. When you take them out of the equation, you don't have to think about the fact that you did this at such a later age. And you can solely just think about the thing that you want. You can find the books that you want. You can watch the podcast. Information is out there. Take the time to learn. Take the time to learn. Like, there are so many different sources out there. Even us, like, we're getting into like more of the sex education aspect of it. So, just if you want to learn from anybody, you can always like reach out via DM. I can tell you what I'm reading. We can tell you what we were reading together. I can give you the other sources as well. So it's just a human experience, bro. Take your time and just enjoy the experience. That's all that it is.
Yeah, enjoy that shit.
Yeah.
And also be happy that you're able to learn like you started as an adult. I'm going to assume that, you're an adult. I'm going to assume that you're an adult. But knowing that now you don't have to make all the mistakes that most people did when they were, doing it, having sex earlier in their lives, because as an adolescent, teen, late teen, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You're just trying to get your shit off. And that ignorance comes with a lot of mistakes, a lot of pain, a lot of trauma. And you get to avoid that because you have, a little bit more discernment and you have more maturity to step into this space and, make better decisions than most people do. You're not pussy whipped. You're not just chasing to get a nut. You have a partner that you are very focused on pleasing. That's good. Be proud of yourself for that.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. I definitely agree with that. You're an adult. It's like, it's not just like a sex thing either. Like, it's literally just, what do I want my experience to be as a human? And I just say that to say, like, because how you do one thing is how you do everything.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
And so you have to do things that helps build your confidence. And you have to gather information. Those are the only two things that you have to do.
But practice to do the work.
Yes.
Because you can have all the
Right.
information and then do nothing with it.
Right. Knowledge without application is useless. So yes, you have to gather information, act on the information, and that is what builds the confidence. Because it's the reps. The more you do something, the better you get at it. And then also, oh my God, you have confidence that you don't have confidence.
So you do have confidence.
So you do have a confidence. It's just deployed in the wrong area of your life. So you just have to learn how to have confidence in your confidence, because it's like something that I'm realizing is like we're not lacking anything. We're just misplacing it. We're just misplacing the energy of these things, or we're just accepting lies that we tell ourselves. And you have 100% confidence in what you told me, so I know you have confidence. So
now it's just like transmuting
Yeah.
it and putting it in the areas that you want it to go. And like we're saying, it's going to take practices. You have to, implement habits in your day-to-day life that's going to help build confidence in your ability to arouse somebody, or maybe to enhance your confidence in your ability to make better decisions, clear-headed decisions and stuff like that. It all just depends on the areas that for a fact you're lacking in. And these practices can be very simple. Start taking yourself out on a date every week. Take yourself out. It doesn't have to be anything expensive, but it will kind of force you to put yourself out there to be seen, for other people to see you. If you sit at a bar, whether you drink or not, just go to a bar and just sit there. challenge yourself to talk to 3 people about literally anything. You know, keep it cute, keep it respectful because you got a girl, but you know that is going to get you comfortable with, you know, being around people, push you out of that shyness, get you out of that shy bubble. You know, put one of my favorite, you know, practices for building confidence is glamour. You know, put more effort into your appearance every day. Don't just roll out of bed and go. You know, actually put a fit together. Put a little extra time in grooming yourself, and you know, maybe put on some smell goods. Just something to give you more of an allure. You know, to make you more attractive. And not saying that you're trying to attract other people, but you know, just to feel that energy of being, you know, emboldened, being more sexy, being more handsome. That way when you get in the bedroom with your partner, it's like you're still carrying that energy, that sexy energy that you've been, you know, building for yourself. There's so many practices, so many ways that you can build that. Even with physical activity, like we were talking about earlier, with us being active and working out and stuff like that. Have a physical discipline. You don't have to be traditional weightlifting. You know, you can do martial arts or boxing. That's going to give you confidence. You know, confidence in your ability to move your body, confidence in your strength. It's going to translate when you get to the bedroom. Everything, like he said, everything you do in one area of your life is going to apply throughout your entire life. So you'll be all right.
Yeah, you got it, dude. You got it, dude. You want to say thank y'all. If y'all lasted this long, y'all real. Y'all real.
You're real as
I
fuck.
appreciate y'all. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to email us if you have any questions, comments, or concerns that you don't want to leave in the comments. But also comment down below.
Yeah, comment down, because y'all don't be commenting. Y'all be shy. Y'all be DMing us and shit.
Right.
Nah. Put it in the comments. Say it with your chest. You know, share it with a friend. Share it with your partner. We love when couples watch us.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.
Bye.